Argentina took on Chile in one of the Copa America games. This was the game being played for the third place. It's not really an enticing game. It's not a game that mostly a lot of people want to see. But I mean, it's just the privilege or just the bragging rights, I guess, of saying that you're the third best team in South America. And just for that instance, we'll see what. I'm just gonna talk about what I feel. But I felt like both teams made a case for themselves. Both of these teams, in my opinion, they kind of had a case to be taken into account why they should have been in the final. Argentina said it was because of referees' decisions and corruption and things like that. And Chile, for me, I saw the game between Peru and I just thought they should have been there, but it didn't turn out that way. So I'm just going to talk about this game, how I felt on it. I really did not like it at all. I really did not like the ref in this game. Most of the statements that Messi was talking about before, like, I didn't really know because I barely saw the Brazil Argentina game. I just saw a few minutes of it, like the first 20 minutes. But I mean, I really saw it this time because I actually took the time to watch this game. I saw it in the depth. I saw what happened. Chile lost Alexis Sanchez in the early minutes of the first half, because the wear and tear on his body, he couldn't play anymore. And that was a big loss for Chile. That's a huge offensive output by one player that is going to be lost because he just had some problem with his hamstring, things like that. But ultimately, Argentina took the lead by another mistake by Chile, just like them not being attentive, them not paying attention to the play. The Argentinian team won like this free kick, like way in Chile's half, but like at the beginning of the half line around there, and the Chile team was all faced up, and they were basically just arguing with the ref, and Messi just being attentive, and also Aguero looking at Messi and just knowing what he wants to do or what he was trying to do, and him just running into the space and Messi just putting the ball through. It was basically a one-on-one, but Aguero also had to take on the goalie and then also beat the defender, whoever was in, to that space where Messi put the ball in, and he did good. He took on the goalie and he just basically scored. And there goes the 1-0. Argentina was getting through and Chile was basically paying for a mistake they did. And that's just back to back. This is the same thing that happened in Peru. Peru made their second goal the same way. And I don't know, it's just not them being focused, but also just problems with the refereeing. I felt like this guy was all over the place. He was just giving yellow cards left and right. He didn't really take charge of the game. The players especially did not respect him in one bit, especially right after the incident that I'm going to talk about later on. But just in the beginning instances of the match, you could see that the tension was high. The Argentinians have something to prove. Like, there's a lot of history in this game. They've lost to Chile twice. They've lost cup finals. They lost two Copa Americas against them, and they have a lot to prove. Ultimately, there was another through ball by Lo Celso in open play, and it got to Dybala. Dybala actually started this game, and for me, I felt like he should have started other games. I was happy that he was on the score sheet. For me, he's a top class player. I had no idea why he was on the bench. I know he didn't play during the Juventus normal season, but for me, he should be in the lineup. He should be in the discussion because I don't really see anybody else being above him. I know Lautaro Martinez is a good player, and he sat out for this game, but Dybala literally just had like this and like 2, 3 other chances, but this was literally his first one, and he just put it behind the net first time. And like, that's what you need. You need these players that can actually put the ball in the net in the beginning instances of the match, or like if they don't really get that many chances, they gotta put the ball in. And I don't know, I applaud him for that. But like I said, the match got heated, the tension was high, and in one of the balls that Dybala tried to put through for Messi, he basically just put it through, and Medel, Gary Medel, just got in front of him and was just this is like a basic ball where like the ball was going through and he just gets in front and just lets it go out, right? It's gonna be a goal kick. Well, Messi kind of got altered, I don't know, or he was just trying to provoke the Chilean players because they were heated. They were already 2 goals down, and so he pushed them a little bit. And with that little shove, this guy gets worked up. He knows who he is. Like, they know each other. Gary Medel is known for being very impulsive and being very ready to fight on any occasion. And you can see it right here. Messi was trying to stop it. Not stop it, but just trying to provoke him to make him get the yellow. And then maybe later on in the instance in the match, cause him to get the second yellow and ultimately making him be sent off. And I don't know. For me, the instance that I saw, the pushing, the shoving, I mean, it happens. I've seen it a lot of times. But usually when it does happen, none of these guys even swung. None of these guys even head butted each other or anything. They literally just shoved each other without even using their hands. It was just their body. And yeah, they were talking nasty to each other, and their teammates tried splitting them up and things like that. But like, just the pure instance of this happening, it's normal. You see it in a lot of matches. This is an international game. The rivalry is here. Like, these past few years, the Chileans have taken so many finals away from Argentina, and the tension's high, and they have something to prove. But for me, just this red card from the ref was really harsh. Like, I don't know what they did to deserve this. I don't know what happened in the match to make this be okay. But this ref was all over the place, like I said. I remember there was this other instance where Gary Medel also stepped on Messi in one play, and he was about to give him a yellow card, but he gave a yellow card to Vidal because he was protesting. It just made no sense. Literally, I don't know. This was too harsh in my opinion. I felt that the ref should have had control of the match since the beginning. The players really did not respect his authority, and this just showcased right here. For me, you can't just be doing these sort of things. Like, I don't know if he was trying to make a name for himself. I don't know if he was just trying to show who's the real boss here. But, like, Messi, he hasn't had a red card since he debuted with Argentina. And I'm talking about his whole career. I'm talking about that there's been 850-plus games that he's played, and this is just his second red card. And you can dispute it. Like, you could look at VAR, you could look at whatever, and he said it himself. But he's not going to argue it because he just shows the corruption and the favoritism, or I don't know what it is. Just being pure idiot, in my opinion, because it has nothing to do, like, I don't know, this is something that happens in everyday football. It happens all the time. It happens in any match, and especially when tension's high and when it's rivals, things like this are going to happen. You got to be ready for it. You can't just send them off just like that, because that basically killed the game. Like, he sent them off like having, I don't know how many, like 60 minutes left. It was like the 30th minute of the first half. And it's just unfair because I feel like there's repercussions. Like, Messi might miss the next qualifiers. Vidal will also probably miss the next qualifiers, things like that, for the next World Cup, and they're gonna be punished for whatever, and so is Messi gonna be punished for what he said about the corruption. But what is the ref gonna get? He's not gonna get any punishment. I mean, I would feel that people should harass him and do stuff like that because, I don't know, I feel like that's the only fair thing. But I mean, Chile ultimately at the end, they got a penalty call, and Vidal scored it, hitting it really hard towards the middle. And this was also another instance, like, it happened close to the box, and it was either in the box or out of the box, but literally Argentina already had a corner, and in that instance it just gave the penalty to Chile, and that was like way behind in another play. And that's just the thing. That's what I gotta say. Like, Chile wasn't the team they were before. A lot of their team is being old. They're veterans now. They're not the quality that they used to be. But they did show out. And I felt like they weren't paid a good hand by the refereeing. It was good that Argentina ultimately won. The game really was dull after like the first half after that instance, because it just basically shut down the whole team. It's good to see that Argentina was able to get this third place. Um, I felt like they really did grow as a team each game. I know they started out losing, and it's really hard to come back after that sort of thing happens to you. But Messi seems optimistic, and I see a lot of people. I don't know if it's just him, but just seeing that he's there, he's saying that he loves this group of young young players, that he sees a lot of future, a lot of potential in them, and he sees like a hunger to be better, is something to be proud of and something to be glad and something to be optimistic for the future. I mean, I don't know what Scaloni is going to do with this group of players, but he's also grown into this management job as well. He's also learned to manage these players. He's also a young manager. This is not, he doesn't have so much experience in this international stuff, but Messi also rates him as well. So I'm thinking that it's pretty optimistic. It's looking pretty good towards the future. I've never seen Messi be so happy about the future, and it just makes the fan maybe be optimistic as well. I don't know if the quality is going to be there, if that end product is going to be there that everybody wants to see, but we'll have to wait and see what happens in the future. This is just basically what I got to say about this game. I wasn't happy with the refereeing. I feel like that referee should lose his job. But, I mean, that's just me being harsh. I don't know. You don't got to listen to me about that. But this is just all I got to say. Here's my social medias. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video. And just comment anything you want me to talk about next.